Like, comment,
subscribe.
Hey guys, I grabbed the wrong camera out when I got here, but I got some really good shots. There's these posts here that are really good because there's a line of them. You can just take pictures from different angles. I took one from that very end one where I could just use the others as a background. I've used little bits of logs to be able to capture some proper stuff. Some parts of the ocean. Some of the harbour side, unfortunately, it's a bit too clouded over for me to try to get the mountains over there, so fortunately that's going to be a bit of a yowza, but that's fine. Managed to get a couple of good pictures. Tried to stay on the side of the line because it looks like there's a property line here and I'm not going over that. So that's looking pretty damn cool. And yeah, just been able to get some decent pictures. And now to just get back home and develop them so that I can show you guys. And my editing style for showing you the pictures will be changing because I got a new editor. Might not stay, it's a trial period for me just to make sure that it's fine, but let's go. Hopefully you guys will enjoy the pictures I've taken and we'll see how far I go, starting with my own backyard to my own road. Just on my way home, realising how unfit I am because I'm puffing, realised that behind me here, as you saw with me walking, it is actually a really good road for doing photography, and a little something that you may or may not see, depending on if I remember, in the new edit. So this will be good, and we'll just see how well this goes, because honestly, I think photography might be my new favourite hobby. Gaming was fun, but you need money. Things are getting better and better, and hello, say hello to the cow. Moo. Hui, okay, I got some good bovine pictures there at the end too. Always got to remember to make sure that you keep your camera handy, not picture. You take the pictures with the camera. Keep your camera handy and you never know what you'll be able to capture. Me, if I can, I try to keep the camera with me at all times. But because this is a lone camera for me at the moment, then for me, the majority part is making sure that I have enough batteries so that I can make sure I get a good amount. And a lot of micro SD cards, because some of them work, some of them don't. But micro SD cards are definitely a lot easier to deal with when it comes to cameras, because you can just take them out rather than taking the whole thing out and losing them. You can keep a jar of them and they'll be perfectly fine, but not all cameras, remember, not all cameras are going to be able to actually keep any of this sort of stuff with them. Like this one here struggled a bit with 16, but it was fine with the 8GB, but it was a really slow one, so it's kind of like praying for chickens when you know you've got ducks. Wait, no. It's like praying for chickens even though you've got duck eggs. That's the analogy I wanted. Hope I cut the other one out. Ugh. But nearly home. Hopefully this has been a good insightful adventure. A little bit longer than normal, which is good. And I'm testing out the front camera of my Note 9 with the, what do you call it, the focal. Because before I was wondering why I didn't do it. I was recording in 2K, so I guess that's that for now. And yeah, it's just time to get home, get this sort of stuff done, and then we'll be on our way to episode 2 of Noob Photography, or whatever I've named this. I don't know at this point. I keep forgetting, but I at the moment don't care. Made it home just in time. Look at it. It is pouring down with rain, so yeah. Here we go, home again, little Joe. home again, home again, home again, and down to edit some pictures. Now, these pictures may look a bit different because rather than using the free editor that I've got Lightroom. Well, I've got Lightroom, so that in itself is going to be interesting. I hate backlighting. There we go. So, again, we'll just see how things go, and sorry about how long this may end up being. We'll just see how things go. So, onwards and upwards to the editing.